Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Alma Flow podcast. My name is Paolia Aeli. I'm a yoga teacher, wellness mentor, and spiritual guide. And today I'm back with someone you already know and love here on the podcast, Rachel Madar. Every month,
Hello, hello.
Every month, Rachel joins us to talk about the Kabbalistic energy of the oncoming lunar cycle. And this week, we will be exploring the new moon of Tammuz, the month associated with Cancer. So, if you would like to know more about Rachel, her work, her background, her book, you can listen to some of our previous episodes together. Thank you so much for being here, Mommy, again. It's always
Thank
such
you,
a
thank
joy.
you, thank you. I'm so happy to join you. It's so important the work that you're doing and we both are doing of sharing knowledge and information and tips to people. It's really to support people's journey in this life. So this is why it's important to me also to share about the new moon every time, because we entering into a new portal, new energies, practical thing that we can apply in our life to maintain a healthier, well-being, supported life. So thank you for the opportunity to share.
Yeah, and thank you for your time also being here with us. And I always learn so much from you, and it's always good to remember things. Sometimes, like you're for so long like studying, but every month you just find something that is hidden, right? Every month that you talk about this subject, like about the new moon, you just
Yeah.
discover something new. That's amazing. And how was your experience with the month of Gemini, by the way? I think it was better for me than the previous, the
And
Taurus.
then the Taurus, yeah, because Gemini is all about, we still a little bit, we still have this week for Gemini, the new moon of Cancer starting this coming Monday, June 15. So we are still in the energy of Gemini that, especially about communication. It's really
Mm,
about to communicate without hidden agenda, without any fear of sharing your voice. So I have
mm.
to admit that now that you ask me, I look at my month so far. Um, I really made sure to share my voice and to share my thoughts and feelings, even though when I'm not comfortable.
Mm.
So that was a good thing. And it's a month. It was a month, if you all remember, that I said it's a month to really not just planting seed, but also manifesting, like really making effort of manifestation and creation of things, because it's a month of a relation of light, knowledge. So that definitely. Now again, in looking throughout the last 3 weeks, is I finalized personally developing a new method and system that I'm offering to women. I call it creation reset. It's designed for women who went through different life transition, whatever crisis of a loss of maybe a loved one, a loss of transition in work, divorce, empty nesting, and when the kids are going to college and you stay by yourself. It's the crisis leading to crisis in identity, and the always question of who we are. And a lot of even men, yeah, but I designed it for women, and especially women that reaching age of like 40, 45, 50, 52, 55, and so forth. It's like it this is the moment in life that we are being touched with our own inner voice, our connection to oneself in a much higher level, questioning really what's important for me in life and who we are. Some will call it like the 40-year-old crisis type of a thing, but it's not truly. Like Kabbalistically, at the age of like 45, age of 45, the numerical value is the word Adam, which is human. Okay. And when we reach the age of 45, basically we're tapping back into our own essence. So the question that people have at the age of 40, who am I? What's going on in my life? What do I like? What I don't like? Finding themselves, going to retreats, going through psychology session, asking the question. It's not by coincidence. It's really the soul from within. It's poking and reminding us to ask, not just to ask the question, but go on a journey to reconnect back with yourself. So creation reset, these are 8 stages. Those are 8 stages that I offer a gradual process, not just to find your identity, how it fits right now, but to give you practical tools to lead you to the next step of you, or your next story in life, in such grace and confidence and courage. So this is what I've developed, finalized actually in this month, and I'm that's it, and I'm offering it. So this has been my Gemini so far. I hope that all of you, we would love to hear from you.
Yeah, and for how is the program? It's just like a meeting in the Zoom. It's a WhatsApp
And
group.
for now, yeah, for the first phase of how I'm offering it is like definitely it's a one-on-one. We go on 8 meetings, one-on-one, that is accompanied with workbook that I've designed, detailed workbook, reflection, journaling. There's special meditation, and I'm supporting throughout the week via communication on WhatsApp and supporting. So it's a really 8 weeks journey of hugging the woman and supporting them, and like holding hand by hand. So this is the first phase. Later on, it will be available a digital program that everyone can purchase for themselves and go through the program in a digital way. So for now, it's one-on-one with me. One-on-one with me. And I have an offering for the first 20 women to join me in this program. Very compatible pricing, like introductory price for this program. That it's and I highly recommend for you to reach out to me.
Yes, yes, yes. Well, so we're still having a little bit of this energy of Gemini this week. What did you recommend us to do during like this wanting cycle, when it's like the decreasing the energy of the Gemini before we get to the Tammuz?
First of all, it's to continue our process of tikkun, or correction, or journey, is continuing in this month of Gemini. So there are great things happening for us this week. Whoever is an astrologer, I'm not the astrologer, but I've listened to people that who knows about it. It's like, especially today, there is apparently something special happening today. What I mean is, like, with this portal that is existing this week, is to focus really on the way we speak, the way we communicate with people, the way we communicate to ourselves, and finding, if I mentioned the voice, finding where your voice was lost. Where in one point in your life, or in this journey, or in this year, that you lost your voice of speaking up, of sharing in your authentic self, and how you can maybe make a change. One change that you can make this week about it.
Wow, that's very meaningful. It's like a therapy for me, this this episode, because I lost my voice last week. I'm still recovering my voice. Maybe I was sharing too much.
Interesting. It's very interesting that you said that.
Yeah.
Because one of the thing of this week, because my expertise, the 72 names of God, and the 72 names of God that control this week. There are 2 combinations that control this week. One is Lamed Aleph Vav, and the second one is Kaf Lamed Yud. The Lamed Aleph Vav, specifically for this week, is representing our ego. How is our ego is showing up, and we want to make sure that we identify our ego in a way that, we call it in Kabbalah desire for the self alone, but it can be in a form of an anger, in a form of judgment, in a, regret, fears, the way it will show up. So just identify, if I speak about communication, because it sometimes will come out also as how we communicated to the world, if we angry about someone. So just really pause every time that you feel like you want to react, and identify what's the source of it. Like, why am I angry? Why this thing triggered me? How it's coming actually to heal me rather than causing me an issue. Okay, so this is like just a little bit about the Lamed Aleph Vav. And the Kaf Lamed Yud Kaf Lamed Yud is vessel. It's actually fertility. It's creation. So the second part of this week till Monday, it's really about, again, looking how can I shift the energy of the ego. So instead of ego coming from my soul, and coming from my soul, it's all about how can I impact, how can I influence, how can I rebuild. If it's a broken relationship, if it's a broken business, if it's something within me that because of my ego I damaged it, okay, there's always a way to repair. And this is like there's always a way to renew. So it's okay. We messed it up yesterday. Today we can rebuild. Okay, so this is this week. That leading us to the new moon of Cancer, Kabbalistically.
And isn't the Tammuz month that you have no access to Shekhinah? That is a little bit, or no, or it is not this month, the Tammuz.
The Shekhinah exists all the time.
Protection, but you have like few months in the year that there is no protection, right? I'm not sure. I think it was
okay.
Is this in Tammuz or no?
It is Tammuz, yes. There are 3 months of the year that the Kabbalists explain is the months of Capricorn, which is Tevet, Tammuz, which is Cancer, and Av, which is Leo. These 3 months are specifically, it's not that there's no Shekhinah, there's like amazing light. There's a tremendous amount of light that appear in the world in these 3 months, but they're considered to be the 3 heavy months. Okay, the 3 heavy months, because, for example, if we just speak about Tammuz, Tammuz is the month that ruled by the moon, and the moon, we are also ruled by the moon. It personally, what does it mean? The moon controls the fluctuation of our mood. So there's a lot of emotional imbalance during this month. Okay, it's like the water, the ocean, controlled by the moon. There's like the tide, the high and the low with the water. It's like, because we are contains at least 72% of our body is water, that we are control, like there are mood changes during this month. So this month is like, it's the most emotional month of the year.
And then it's like no protection, right? I said wrong. Instead of saying it's a lot of light, right? It's the opposite, right? No protection that he feels.
There is it may feel that we don't have protection. It only may feel we don't have protection. It's because we are letting our emotion controlling us.
Beautiful.
It's very important to tap into your emotions. It's very important to be evolved and connect with your emotions and not to dismiss it. A lot of people, when they go through a challenge, the easiest way to cope with things that we're going through is to dismiss it or to push it aside and not to really feel, because I really need to be in control right now and I need to take care of what I need to take care of. And I have to admit, I personally has been, I was doing this for many, many years. till I found out that when I disconnect from my emotions, it's like I'm disconnecting from life.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's the idea is like to understand what you're going through, to allow the emotion to be present. And if you want to cry, you cry. If you want to feel the pain, you feel the pain. If you want to be happy, you be happy, of course. But we want to be aware not to be controlled by the emotions.
Mm-hmm.
There is a way to balance them so the emotions are not controlling us. When the emotions controlling us is like, let's say something is happening and I feel pain, so I'm losing my connection with the creator. What does it mean, losing connection with the creator? I'm disconnecting, therefore I don't have the trust, the certainty that everything is part of my process. I don't trust that things will be okay. Therefore, I'm worried. I'm worried. I have doubts. I have fears, depression, jealousy, a lot of things coming up.
Yeah.
What and all of this, what causing us to be less and less connected to ourselves, further from who we are,
Mm-hmm.
and really not connecting with livelihood.
Yeah, I was thinking about like my process as a student. Also, it's as I said before, I think already, I feel even though I have all the tools and I know I have to develop this spiritual brain that everything is for good, sometimes depending on the path or the process, I allow myself to feel the emotion that is coming. I yell, I cry, I do the shaking, I do the rage meditation, but then after this wave comes down, then I work my rational brain say, okay, I can trust now, because sometimes we're just ignoring what we feel, and then after a few months you develop a pain here in the back, or God
Of
forbid you
course,
have a disease or something, just because you're smiling all the time pretending that everything is good. And it has to be something real, right? When you talk about trust in the creator, everything is for good. Sometimes I see students that they just pretend that everything is well, and then they become sick. And then when you see, it's like, a person that is very happy but is depressed. And then you find out that the person was depressed. So I think it's so important to embrace these emotions. Of course, you don't need to stay there all day crying, but allow yourself to cry just for, I don't know, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, just go, feel the emotions.
even if it's like, even if you need to take a week to dwell in the pain and to cry, take it out, be there. And then you put yourself, okay, within like tomorrow, it's like we're shifting it, because I don't want it to control. I'm controlling the emotions. I don't want the emotion to control me. Because the challenge of this month of Cancer, of Tammuz, is like, we feel everything. So what happened? We hide. Like the crab, Cancer, like the crab, the animal. We hide. We want to be protected. We care. Like all people who are in the sign of Cancer are known to be are so sensitive. They're so nourishing. They're motherly, like they're father figure, like they're really nurturing people. This is like they care about their family. It's the sign of family and home, and as well, it's there's a lot of those sensitivity, a lot of sensitivity. So we want to feel safe, we want to love, but there's a lot of conditions that we put also, because we want to be protected. So the shell of the crab, yeah, that it's like guarding us. It's really guarding us, and it's blocking basically the light to come in, so we're to receive it, because our own shells, our own protecting shield, protecting us from any pain. We don't want to feel pain. So there are different spiritual work that we want to do this month that I can recommend. One is, I call it feel and don't drown, which means notice your emotions without letting them run the show or control you. And you can ask yourself a question when those emotional things coming up, and you ask yourself, is this feeling is true, or is just a fear in disguise? Okay, just ask yourself this question. You can journal this, you can record your answer, you can share it with a friend that holds the space for you. But the idea is like for you to identify about this feeling. Is this really a true feeling, or is it a hidden fear that is not coming up to the surface and I don't want to admit it? Okay. The second thing that practically that we can do this month is relate to home. So it's open your home. What does it mean? Because again, Cancer rules the home. So invite someone, host, call your family. And of course, home is not just the four walls, is where you create belonging. So even if it's at work, if it's with friends, like, it's really there to also help us not just open our home, it's open our heart. Okay. And this will be a bit hard for some people. The next thing that I want to share, it's love without any protection shield. It's like it's not about protecting your heart from not getting hurt. Okay. Do one caring act, like one sharing act that where you're not getting anything in return. Okay, so don't have any calculation or scorekeeping. It's something that I've learned recently, this terminology. So, you know, the way that we can crack this shell and open the heart is act with love to other people without asking for return. Okay. You asked me about this, this last week of Gemini, where the moon is getting smaller and smaller. You know, the moon changes daily, and because the moon controls the month of Tammuz, the month of Cancer, also our mood will change, as I said at the beginning. And so, don't make like really big decision when you feel like you in a day that your mood is not really there and you feel like a little bit insecure and out of it or whatever. Wait, as the Kabbalist says, wait till the light will return. Like, make a decision, and understand that when we are sensitive, we are vulnerable, it's actually our superpower. It's not something that it's like against us, and it's a quality. It's not a weakness.
Yeah, and I think that Mercury is going to be retrograde also during this period. So it's a really good period just to review more, journaling more, to feel why is this emotion is coming up right now, what is the pattern.
Yes, reflecting, and especially also because Monday, June 15, is the new moon. I just wanted to say that it's, every new moon there is an opening of this 24 hours that is connecting us Kabbalistically. It's called Atika Kadisha. Okay, so even the person, doesn't matter, each one of us have the opportunity to upgrade our movie. So we have this portal of this 24 hours. We can recommend, with everything that I mentioned up till now, you can light a candle, write your journaling, and also what are your intentions for this month? How, if you don't have any sensitivity within you, how can I awaken more sensitivity? How opening of my heart can support me and not causing me to go back into my shell and not trusting people and feeling this fear of exposure. Okay. And it's okay sometimes if you need to go into your shell, into like hide. There's a great story that I've heard this year from someone dear to me about the the action of a Cancer, and I hope I'll remember all the details because it was inspiring to me. The Cancer has a period of time that he goes and hide behind the rocks, and while he's hiding, all his shells is removed, and then he's waiting that to build a new shell. Okay, he's building a new shell, and what's happening is that only then he's coming out outside of the rock. Okay, so we're going through this in our life, that we need to be in hiding, and it's not really hiding, because what's happening is like we go through a process of, if I readjusting our identity, like understanding who we are right now. So there's a process, it goes, and we come back. So if in this month you will feel that you will need to be hiding a little bit or within you and reflect, allow it, but don't try not to let the emotions or the fears, the regrets, the sorrow control you. Know that if you going into your home, into your space, into your hiding place, into a place that you nurture, use it as a time that you recharge in yourself, like upgrading your movie, understanding for yourself who you are at this point in life. Okay, so this is really about the month of Cancer, and that I can share. It's the spiritual idea behind all of this is that if we are able to crack and break the shells that are blocking us from connecting truly to our potential and who we are, this is like the biggest freedom that we can reach, and unconditional love that we can adopt in our life.
Beautiful. Do you have, to end our live today, any affirmation that you can share with us for this month? I know for each person is different. Each one has a different personality, different tikkun. So I'm sure that this month is going to hit differently for everyone. But something that you can share, you have even in your book, I think, your affirmations that you can share with us.
Absolutely. Just I'll share a little bit about affirmation, if you will, and even the power of prayer. I will connect it with the 72 names of the 72 names that start the month of Cancer. The first 5 days of the month of Cancer is Lamed Vav Vav. And Lamed Vav Vav is dialing God. So it's really about understanding that as long as I'm connected with the Creator, with the light, with God, understanding that the guide, the Creator is supporting me and walking hand by hand with me, I'm not alone. And whatever the fluctuation, the mood, the changes in my emotions, the fear that may come, all of this is part of a illusionary state that it's not my life. So one of the affirmations is, I am the light and the light is with me. So just like even there is a Kabbalistic verse in Aramaic that it says, Tuva ganiz begave. Tuva ganiz begave is, I am the light and the light is with me. Okay, so this is like one affirmation, and I have a few that I can share with you right now, and because I'm going to share it also on my Instagram. My sensitivity is my strength. I honor what I feel without apology. I am safe to rest, to soften, and to be held. My home within me and around me is a place of peace. I release the need to carry what isn't mine to hold. My intuition speaks clearly and I trust it. and I give permission to be seen in my full depth. I can go on and on with affirmations.
Beautiful. Yeah, we have so many. I hope you guys wrote down one of the affirmation that really resonates with you.
And the last one I can say, like, if you want the mantra for this month.
Yeah.
I am the light, and and the light is with me. I am rooted in my heart. I am protected. I am enough.
Use this as a mantra. I'm gonna use this as a mantra for sure. Thank you so much, Rachel, for being always saying yes for our conversations, being here
Of
with
course,
me.
thank you for the opportunity to share.
Rosh Chodesh Tov, have a beautiful new moon for you. I'm sure you're gonna be in touch, exchanges, just saying things that are happening during the month. And
Of course. And if anyone wants to hear more, you're welcome to join my monthly Zoom gathering that I do about the new moon. You can reach out. You can see on my Instagram the link to connect to my WhatsApp group to always be updated on the new moon.
I'm gonna, if you can please share the link of the WhatsApp group. I can also add here
Okay.
the comments. Also, I'm gonna add her Instagram, Rachel Madar. And if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next episode of the Alma Flow. Sending everyone lots of love. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.